So, welcome back to the 2003 GP4.1 season. This is round 3 today here in Indonesia at the fictional Janka Madani track. It's this ran in the old sim for 7 seasons. It's almost always put on a good race, so we should be looking at another banger here. Indonesia's well loved by all the people of the old sim. So here's our grid for today. Etienne Jones takes pole position. He didn't do too well in Malaysia, but he's back on form again here in Indonesia. With Kingsley Kamisoto, first good qualifying of the season, in second place. Miguel Alvaro, 2 places behind his teammate, with Con Skywalker impressing up in P4. The 2 Ferraris locking out the 3rd row, Sean getting the better of his teammate, with BAR's 7th and 8th, Shane ahead of Daniel Duarte. Leo Goria P9, tied with the championship leader on points. Sam Nathaniel P10. David Pano at P11, so outside the top 10, not great from him. Tommy Toth in 12th. McLaren Dreisig P13, with Jay Himmel 14th and his teammate just behind him 15th. John Stoltzfeld is 16th. Ben Jones, Andres de Jesus 17th and 18th place, with Alex Loldemex 19th. He's been unlucky so far this year. With Jordi Alvarez in P20 and the Arrows locking out the back row as usual. And it's going to be a dry race here today. And I'll just give you a second to take a look at the track here. So it's on the left here. Starts out with 2 rights, then a flowing middle sector. A very long turn 6 where you can actually make overtakes round up the inside of that almost 360-degree circle, and then a few S's and 2 more long right-handers towards the end of the lap. So here we go. Etienne Jones on the left, Kingsley Kamisoto on the right. Who will get the better start? Will it be the Williams? Will it be the McLaren? Let's find out. 5 lights, and it's the start of the Indonesian Grand Prix. Who gets the better start? It looks like Etienne Jones is clear already. Kingsley Kamisoto, unless he gets a better second phase, won't really be a threat. In fact, he might even hang it around the outside here. Here he goes. Kingsley Kamisoto takes the lead briefly. Can he hold it? It's still side by side. Some great opportunities for great racing here. Looks like Kingsley Kamisoto takes the lead. Etienne Jones relegated to second place. Sean Sutton up to P3. Bad start for both Williams. Con Skywalker down to P5. It's been a great start for Sean Sutton there. And now we see Sean Sutherland actually taking P2 off Etienne Jones. He's had a really poor first lap here. Leighton is shooting in 6th place. And now Miguel Alvaro is all over the back of Etienne Jones as well. Could he lose yet another position? Everyone gets through lap 1 cleanly, it seems, though. Miguel Alvaro unfortunately squeezed out there, but he's going to have a shot into the last corner. He's gone for it. And he looks like he's taken the position. Shane Aldiemi's also moving with Simon Nathaniel up to P8, but now he's losing out to both BARs. Tommy Toth P10, Leo Goria P11, he's dropped back a bit. Apart from that, everyone seems to have got through. McLaren Dreisig has wing damage. We'll have to see what happened there. I think there was just a bit of contact. Him and Panayot at turn 1. Unfortunately, the replay doesn't go far back enough. He was holding up a few drivers, like Loldemex here. And Pano also P20. Unfortunate for them, really. Anyway, he's our race leader. Out of nowhere, Kingsley Kamisoto. Unexpected for sure. Con Skywalker also still up in P5, so it could be a good race for him after his teammate was the one to impress in Malaysia. Another mistake there from Etienne Jones, very wide through, I believe that was turn 4. But yeah, his Con Skywalker's teammate Tommy Toth was very impressive out in Malaysia last time. And now it's his turn to impress as we see the 2 BARs going side by side through turn 6. And Daniel Duarte will just get ahead. This track is one of the best for racing here. What's happened here, Miguel Alvaro? Oh, he's missing a wheel. What happened there? He just seemed to go off on his own, and the wheel just snapped off. Wow. Was there a problem with his car? Doesn't look like it. It was just him making the mistake, and that was it. Well, that was short-lived for him. And now Con Skywalker all of a sudden has a chance of getting onto the podium. But he's going to have to watch out for later this shooting here instead. Can he make the move? No, he won't do it. Have to. This is great racing here in Jankamadani. One of my favourite tracks actually. Leo Goria now entering the points after overtaking Tommy Toth. Let's see, John Salzadell trying to move for P11 or some Nathaniel. Not quite. But these two now, far ahead of anyone else. We've had two different race runners so far this season as something's happened at time 1 at Salzadell. I think he might have had a problem. Yeah, suspension failure. Just suddenly had to pull off to the side of the track. That's unfortunate for him. But yeah, not unfortunate for this guy, Kingsley Kamisoto, who continues to lead the Indonesian Grand Prix. He'll be very happy with that one. As there's the stranded car of Miguel Marvero out on the gravel there. Leo Goria still looking for that P7 from Shane Odiemi. Not going to take it yet though. Leo Goria actually tries on the outside, but Shane Odiemi's actually got his sights set on something else here. His teammate, they'll go 3 wide into turn 1. Looks like, oh, Tommy Toth has actually made entered there somehow. So he was running P9. He saw them go 3 wide ahead of him for a moment. That slowed down Leo Goria. He actually almost tried to move on the BARs, but couldn't quite get past Shane Odiemi this lap. And now both Jaguars are in the points. And what's this? We have Sean Sutherland closing in here on Kingsley Kamisoto. He's on a bad line through turn 6. He's going to lose the lead here, surely. Side by side, but he's going to come back at him maybe onto the inside of this corner. Kingsley Kamisoto stays in the lead of the Indonesian Grand Prix with both arrows ahead of them now. This could play with them a little bit. Sean Sutherland dropping back there. And that's going to help out Kingsley Kamisoto a lot. Meanwhile, we have Leighton DeShooten here now, making a move. Don't know when he lost P5, but so yeah, he was Daniel Duarte through the middle sector, turn 6 actually. Just took advantage of Leighton DeShooten here getting a bit wide there, up to P5, before Leighton DeShooten here coming back at him through the final corner. Does he take P5? No, he doesn't. He actually drops back a little there. David Pano in the pits again. Something must have gone very wrong for him. Sean Sutherland has his work cut out again. Is Leighton DeShooten having another try at it? This time surely he'll get into P5. He does. Meanwhile, Jay Himmel, he's doing well to be in P11. Andres de Jesus not doing so well. After his 2 crashes from good positions earlier in the in the first 2 races, now he's down in P12. And has Pano made another mistake straight after coming out of the pits? Yes, he has. Oh, it's been a terrible day for him. A lap down in 20th place behind both of the arrows. What's happened to Tommy Toth? I don't know what happened to Tommy Toth there. But he's dropping back. Oh, he's bottled it somewhere. I think he might have just gone slightly wide. That's a shame for him. Tommy Toth then, almost immediately after getting into the points, just he will have to pit, maybe contact with Jordi Alvarez. I'm not quite sure what went on there. Unfortunate for them anyway. comes out the pits, I believe in 15th place. Has there been a crash in the middle sector? Duarte and oh, it's the arrows. So it was just quite unlucky from Duarte there to just get in the path of Max Agoric. Oh, don't want to cut to the wrong driver there. Unlucky there. Just go on board with Duarte. So yeah, he just kind of tries to overtake me on the outside. No, it just goes straight on, and they spear off right. And meanwhile now, Con Skywalker is going to have to watch out for the Ferrari of Leighton de Chutinier. He's been P5 for a long time. Could he make that P4? I'll have to cut away quickly there. No, he won't do it. Shane Odiemi side by side with Leo Goria. Meanwhile, will Leo Goria take the position? Shane Odiemi's off both BARs on the same lap in the same sector, but he actually gets it going again. Slows down Andres de Chutinier a little bit, and Ronan McAndrew will overtake both of them. So, lucky there for Shane Odiemi to keep it going though, because we saw Miguel Oliveira literally lose a wheel there. Miguel Oliveira literally lost a wheel there earlier in this race, and Shane Odiemi didn't even get any damage, and he will just be able to resume. Meanwhile, Con Skywalker once again under threat from Leighton de Chutinier. Coming on to lap 6 now. Leighton goes to the outside, that's the wrong move as he will just get shut out. Ben Jones also making his way through the field into P6. That's great from him. Ben Jones actually up 11 places, which is amazing. He started 17th and he's already P6 by lap 6. All the drivers around him only up around 2 places. He's gone up 11, so I'm not sure how he's done that, but fair play to him. As we see, I'll run you through the grid order here. So, oh, was there a problem for Ronan McAndrew? He was P10. Oh, so much going on here. It's so hard to keep on top of it. Oh, he had an electrical problem almost straight after the double overtake. That's a shame for him. He was making his way up the field. So, Kingsley Camisoto still leads the Indonesian Grand Prix with a hard-charging Sean Sutherland hungry for that win behind him. Etienne Jones still P3, Con Skywalker P4 with Leighton de Chutinier P5. Ben Jones up 11 places to P6, Leo Goria P7, Sam Nathaniel taking that final point, followed by Jay Himmel, Shane Odiemi, Andres de Jesus, and Alex Loldemex now. He's had a problem somewhere because he's parked it up on the gravel as well. Transmission problem. So he's just driving along, and then his car just breaks. He has no choice but to park it on the gravel. Only basically endless runoff here. That promotes Ronan McAndrew back up to P12. McLaren Drosig P13. Tommy Toth up to 14. Jay Himmel actually on the verge of points here now, so that would be good for him. Leo Goria continuing to be a consistent point scorer as he looks to re-overtake Ben Jones. It's going to be side by side through the S's now, turn 7. No, he's pushed the outside this lap. Meanwhile, these two, Shane Odiemi and Andres de Jesus, battling out for the final place in the top 10. Not that it's a fight for any points, but meanwhile at the front, Tommy Toth, I'm not sure where he's going. He just seems to have oh, he just went off wide. Not been a great day for him, it must be said. Been outperformed by his teammate all weekend. He'll be hoping to do better next time out. But what has happened here between Kingsley Camisoto and Sean Sutherland? Because Sean Sutherland was about a second back, and Kingsley was Oh, he's had a transmission problem. Oh, that's so unlucky. Oh, that is devastating for the McLaren team and Kingsley Kamisoto, who finally got on top of his bad start to the season, and now he's going to have to retire the car. Unless he can, like, pit in or something. But, oh, there's smoke pumping out the back of his car, so it's not a transmission problem, it's like a water leak or something. Tragedy there for Kingsley Kamisoto. There's debris on the track there from, I'm guessing, Tommy Tossington. That is going to give Con Skywalker the podium though, and if he finishes here, that'll give Jaguar 2 podiums in a row. There we go, Kingsley Kamisoto just parking in a. That's a really dangerous place to park it. Actually, sometimes you're almost driving into the back of him, but that's going to put him now at risk of being overtaken by Jay Hamil. Yeah, here we go. This man now on the podium. Can he keep it there until the end of the race? That remains to be seen. Ben Jones now making a move for P4. What a race from him today. Sauber struggled in the first 2 races, bottled some good points on the last lap in Malaysia. It's different today. Tommy Toth now a lap down after having to pit again. Here we go, Leo Goria as well, trying to make a move late into shooting here for P5. Not going to happen, but look who does make a move. It will be Jay Hamil, or at least he'll try. He does actually get it done on turn 2. Sometimes down to P8 there, so Minardi driver making moves. But look, Sean Sutherland now leading by 10 seconds after inheriting the lead. Very, very unlucky from Kingsley Kamisoto, who unfortunately had to retire the car. Leo Goria in P5, or at least trying to get P5. Bit of a train forming here. He's got it done eventually. As we see, I see someone going off the track there. I see wheels coming off. It's Tommy Toth again! Oh, I thought it couldn't get any worse for him, but what happened there? Oh. He just drove off the track on his own. There must have been a problem there or something. No, he for real just tried to overtake Sam Nathaniel on the gravel. Not even overtake, unlap himself. I've seen that's quite a strange crash. Been a day to forget for Tommy Toth, that's for sure. Now we see 3 wide here for P9. Sam Nathaniel actually in front of them retakes P7. Andres De Jesus can't overtake Shane Aldimi, however. Sam Nathaniel back up to P7. Meanwhile, Leo Goria has got past late in the shooting here. That must have happened at some point. Don't mind me, that we did just watch that, so just ignore me. Ben Jones though has his sights set on that podium, closing 5/10 through that first sector. Ben Jones could even get that podium. It's so close still in the midfield. Sam Nathaniel almost going onto the gravel, but he keeps it. He just about saves it. That was close from him. And this battle with Jay Hamil is far from over. Brave stuff from the Minardi driver, who will hang it down the inside of the final corner. It's not going to work out, but Jesus now on the outside, or at least trying on the outside. But he's just going to slow down, and that's going to allow David Panawa to unlap himself from both of those drivers. So he'll just do his own little race in P14. Whatever makes him happy. Leo Goria is going to coast to another top 5 finish at this rate. Somehow he still finds himself doing really well in the championship. Jake Hamil still battling out with Sam Nathaniel. He's now going to take P7, or is he? No, not this time. And has Ben Jones made a mistake here? He's dropped back quite a bit from Con Skywalker. Yes, he did make a mistake, I believe. Onto the gravel. But he keeps it going. Oh, Con Skywalker! He's got a problem! What's happened to him? He hasn't got a problem. I think he just went out wide. He did go out wide in the last corner, and that slowed him down a lot. And that's allowed Ben Jones to take that podium place away from him. Luckily for Con Skywalker, he's still going. Well, that could, I thought he'd retired there. That would have been a disaster for him. But he might have lost out on that podium now. We'll have to see what happens. Interesting, Jesus losing P10 to Shane of the Emmys still. People making mistakes so much today. Can Con Skywalker get that podium back? It looks like he's dropping back a little bit. Dropped 3/10 in that first sector, so the double Jones podium. The two unrelated Jones. Three laps to go here. Sean Sutton now leads by 12 seconds, and if it finishes like this, it will be one win for Williams, one win for McLaren, and now one win for Ferrari. Here's your top 10 then. Sean Sutton still leads. Etienne Jones P2. Ben Jones in third place for Sauber. He'll get their first podium of the year if it finishes like this. Con Skywalker fourth place. Leo Goria in fifth. Leighton de Chutinier in sixth place. Sang Nathaniel in seventh. And Jay Hamill rounding out the points places in P8. And we start this battle going on for P9, which is the first place outside the points. Andres Jesus trying to hang it round the outside of Shane Aldiemi into turn 7. That's not going to work. It's a very, very quick lap around here. I'll take you on board for a lap here then with the Etienne Jones, just so we can give you a look at the track. So that was the first sector, first 4 turns, and now slow turn 5 before probably the best overtaking opportunity of the track actually. I'll have to just interrupt this lap here. There's been some problems for Jay Hamill. Oh, he's running in the points. What happened? So he'd actually overtaken Simon Nathaniel there at some point. Simon Nathaniel, who was in P7, went off the onto the curb at least. That lost him some pace. Jay Hamill just went for the overtake on the outside through turn 10. And that put Jay Hamill into P7. And then something went really, really wrong here at the start of lap 14. Have to take a look at that. Oh, just a transmission problem, and he just has to park it in the wall. Oh, that's such a shame for Jay Hamill. And meanwhile, sometimes getting caught up in a bit of traffic here. So does Shane Aldiemi, but he escapes Brandon Leo and actually gets a gap on Andres de Jesus, so that might help him get that final point. Sean Sutton starting his last lap. What a race it's been here in Indonesia. It will always be one of my favourite tracks for sure. I did interrupt that on board, so we'll take a look at the second half of that from the perspective of Ronan McAndrew. Through the S section here, long flat out right hander of turn 10 and into the final corner. This one's a great one. Downhill, right flick, can you take it flat out? I don't know, but it just depends on the car really. But here's the man of the day. Well, he spent most of the race in second place until the unlucky Kingsley Kamisoto had to retire. That's happened a lot this season actually, and this time it goes Sean Sutherland's way. He will win the Indonesian Grand Prix. Congratulations to him. Etienne Jones will come round to take P2 and I believe the championship lead for him. So a great race from him as well. Ben Jones will take his first podium after starting P17. He's come 14 places. Possibly the best performance we'll see this year. Con Skywalker P4, Neil Goria 5th place, Nathan the Shootineer, pretty lackluster race there in P6, Simon Clementix P7 with Shane Odiemi taking that final point. Andres de Jesus unlucky, missing out there. Ronald McAndrew and McLaren Dreisig will come for 10th and 11th place. Yeah, it could have been very different, but this man will be happy. Sean Sutherland. So here's the full race results. Sean Sutherland winning by 14 seconds. Thank you very much for watching here at Indonesia, and we will see you next race.